Dimension right there. I probably go through there and see all my past stuff.
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Trip5, back again with another creepy video compilation. Let's get right into the video, y'all.
This is just your daily reminder that demons really do walk among you. You got NPCs that are actually hosts for demon bodies. They walk amongst you. Their entire purpose is to get into your way and just utterly irritate you, to bring your vibration from high love, light, acceptance, all down to anger, sadness, depression. Yeah, you got NPCs in your life designed specifically for that. Y'all must have forgot that Earth is Satan's domain. Earth is Satan's domain. Satan has Earth. He owns it. He runs it. He controls it. So if you're a person of God and you're really trying to get something done with your life, you don't think that Satan is going to spawn an NPC to play with you? You must think you're more special than you is. Actually, no. You must be affiliated with him if you think he not gonna spawn an NPC to get in way of your mission that is a godly mission.
You know, Earth is definitely like hell, though. There's so much negativity going on. But you know, it's all about perspective. Either it could be hell on Earth for you, or it could be heaven on Earth for you. It's all about your perspective and how you see it. Some of these people out here are purposely placed in your life to distract you and, you know, keep you complacent when you should be growing and becoming the best version of yourself.
Hey, excuse me, guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys do for a living?
Well, we travel through interdimensional space and time to help other civilizations progress.
Nice. How much do you make a year?
Like money?
Guy believes in money.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, we invest in our consciousness to gain equity in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pays way better.
Yeah.
Cool. What advice do you want to leave for the next generation?
Oh, advice.
Don't use plastic water bottles.
Yeah. Don't trust your government, like ever.
And be ready.
Yeah. Be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready for what?
You'll see.
Just wait.
Yep. So that's when I said.
Hold on, did the sky literally just fall apart? Or are they inside some type of studio or something? I don't know. You know, that kind of remind me at the end of the Truman Show. When he was sailing in the water, it was a sky that looked exactly like that.
So this is pretty serious. The Schumann resonance spiked off the charts last night at around 11 p.m. Look at this. So it's all normal, and then right before midnight, boom, a big spike in frequency. You can look at the Schumann resonance in real time on this website. Just type in Schumann resonance live. Now, if you didn't know, the Schumann resonance is sometimes referred to as the Earth's heartbeat. It's a frequency of the Earth, a fundamental resonant harmonic frequency that occurs around 14 to 20 hertz. And its main frequency is 7.83 hertz, which is the frequency of the heartbeat of the Earth, they say. Many people say that when big spikes like this happen, it's a timeline shift or something happened electromagnetically that may be due to the collective consciousness of the Earth, perhaps. So maybe we're on a really good timeline now. That would be super good, because otherwise stuff is getting freaking a little bit crazy these days. What are the odds right before the election day, though? This is shocking.
So, you know, that was a chart of a frequency scan of around the election time. And, you know, the frequency was very high around that time. You know, they used the election year and around the election time to feed off our energy. Like, they're literally harvesting our energy. And, you know, you can even search this up and see how deep it goes. But, you know, when the frequency raises on the planet, it also becomes hotter. This is a sign of, you know, people starting to wake up in the system. You know, a lot of people saying that we shifted timelines. So everybody's saying that they felt the timeline shift around that time. Let me know if this has happened to you.
I'd like to introduce you to the idea of water as an intelligent designer. Here I exposed water to my friend's photo, removed and froze using a special method, and it designed her face. I showed the ice result to the water, and it designed a negative of her face. I briefly placed my thumb in the water and then froze it, and water designed a thumb with a chip in the nail. I chipped my nail in exactly the same place 3 hours later. Here I used a conceptual word of ego. It's a word I have no visual for, which removes any mental projection, and water designed a person with big shoulders, a small face, and a giant balloon head. I used the word milk as an influence, and water designed a breast. I wasn't thinking of human milk, so this was a surprise. You notice that the ice designs are not photocopies of the influence, but more of an interpretation, and to me, this is clear display of some kind of awareness. I honestly don't think we know what water really is yet.
What is going on here? This is the sky. Look at this. What the hell? Is no one else questioning this?
The most powerful frequency to leave the human body is, because it is not what you think and it is not love, because everyone is going to assume that it's love, right? I literally just watched this video and wanted to hop on here and tell you this. So according to this new project called the Spain Scale of Emotions, Spain is S-P-A-N-E, took 25,000 participants and put them in a room, and they were able to measure the frequency coming out of the human body to such accuracy that they could compare anger to despair, passion to elation. Like, that's how specific they could get on this. And do you want to know what the most powerful frequency to leave the human body is? Authenticity. Authenticity was measured to be 4,000 times more powerful than love. How crazy is that? Love is so important. And if you think about the ego, you have to go through love to get to authenticity. And what is authenticity? Authenticity is when your words are truthful and you believe what you say. So get out there today and be authentic. Of course, love, always love, but we want to make sure that you are loving from a place of authenticity, not from a place of trying to gain other people's love or gain attention, but just authentically being yourself is the most powerful thing you can do today. Let me know your thoughts.
You know you have to love yourself and all of your flaws to really and truly become authentic. Authenticity being a higher frequency than love makes so much sense, because when you're authentic, people gravitate toward you. People don't truly like to see you copying other people. You know, people can realize that you're one of one. And you know, like I always say, being you is key, because nobody could be you. All of your experience that you had in life made you who you are today, and no one could duplicate that, so use it to your advantage.
Esto solo lo puede hacer Dios. ¿Cómo pudo ocurrir esto? Mira cómo el flotador se detiene y avanza hacia el barco. No puedes decirme que Dios no es real.
Oh my gosh, it's never ending. Look, there's even babies, like the white ones.
Wait, next time a fly land on your food, this is what they are leaving behind.
damn near have to check everything that you eat nowadays. You know, I seen so much videos of, you know, parasites just hiding right in the food that you eat. That's literally disgusting. That little ass fly have all of those parasites inside of it. Now, every time you see a fly land on your food, you gonna be thinking about this video right here.
Oh my giddy aunt. Take a picture of that. That is pure honey. Look at that.
The elites have underground cities and tunnels all around the world. Watch this.
We actually found it. I didn't think we'd find this cave, but here it is.
These are all around the world, y'all. We're moving in secret right beneath our feet.
No, who built it?
Exactly, who built that?
Yeah. What? No way. Alright, so we have a choice to either keep going on this level or to go up. Or to start to go up. Whoever made the staircase knew what they were doing. Yeah. Dude, this is an elevator. Holy crap. Dude, it sounds like there's power to it or something. What?
Stay weird, y'all. What do you think they're using these secret tunnels for? Y'all let me know in the comments, and as always, stay weird.
Yes, the military got different training. Look it up. Why would the military get underground training in infrared? Why? You want me to tell you why? Because there's ventilators underground. There's ventilators. There's a different oxygen life. There's different lights. There's a different world under this ground.
There are underground tunnels that are under the schools, elementary, junior, and high schools all over the place.
You know, in that first video, that was literally an unmarked train that they seen. Now, you know, where does that train even lead to? There's so much videos of these underground bases coming out now. And you know, a lot of people been talking about it lately. If you look at my recent videos, you will see that. If you've seen the movie They Clone Tyrone, you see how it was an elevator in the church that goes down to an underground base. You know, they be putting the truth right in our face, and it's up to us to figure out if it's real or not. You literally have to question everything that you see nowadays.
Jaguar Wright claims Lauren London set Nipsey Hussle up.
See, I know Lauren London. Lauren London used to sing backgrounds for me back in the day. And she fell in love with my keyboard player. His name is Omar Edwards. Omar went on to play for Jay-Z after me, after leaving my band. Omar Edwards got Lauren London on to American Idol, which put her in position to meet Nipsey, and then she dumped Omar, who loved her madly, for Nipsey out of nowhere. Moved him out of the way because he was about to give Dr. Sabi to the world all over again, just like Lisa Left Eye Lopez tried to do damn near 30 years ago. Y'all niggas ain't slick. Lauren London was a contestant on American Idol. She just didn't make it, and when that fell through, the next thing you knew, she was in nip bed. Now you want to sit up there and talk about it wasn't all what it was hitting for, and you want to talk about this shit. You married a crip, you seed up. You don't get to walk away. And ain't nothing Honeycomb can do. Isn't it funny how her sister was working for him? Ain't that interesting? I guess that was part of the payment. Your sister got to get a job working for the devil. Because I'm accusing you now, Lauren. You work with Diddy to line up your baby daddy. Sue me if I'm lying. They stay using desperate starlets to line up the niggas that they want out of the way. Because the easiest way to get rid of a mother is to put somebody in their bed.
So we can now levitate while we meditating? As I'm watching the Discovery Channel, I was left flabbergasted as this camera crew record this Buddhist monk literally levitating inside of the air on some Avatar shit. If you can see by his face, he's absolutely spooked. And I know we're gonna have the trolls saying he's not even lifting off the ground. But then, somebody explain to me, how does this man keep rising in the air? I'm guessing this is what they mean by when you unlock the full potential of your brain. You can start doing shit like that. And when you tap into that brain powers, you can literally do unimaginable things. And you do that by using extreme focus. And they doing it by using something called Focus 12, which is an expansion of the awareness while your body remains in a deep, relaxed state. And if you want to know more about that, go look up that gateway experiment. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
You know, some of these monks out there be meditating for days and days. Have they officially unlocked all of our brain power? You know, I've heard stories of these deep meditation. You know, I've heard that you can access your Akashic records, astral travel, and meditation. You know, it's all types of things I've heard. But you know, you gotta practice and work your way up to get to those type of long meditations. And it takes extreme focus to do it for that long.
Olaba bwembuze wadage kana kantu katambala bachina bebakakola maze banga nkanoonya boba okambadde ogenda kulanga ebigere bitambula naye nga yesebo kyali tombula wekitegeera notandika okulanga omuntu ali wati nga gwe tomulaba bulungi kekano wano bolabika wano olabika bwoti akantu wekati nze nkazudde zakantu nkazudde era bannange abali eyo akantu kekano.
Oh, what the fuck that is, man? Hey, stop playing, man. What the fuck that is, man?
That's another dimension right there. I probably go through that and see all my past stuff.
What the fuck is that, man? Hey, that's a meteor. That bitch. Oh, man, boy, that's a meteor, boy.
You don't know what no fucking meteor is, man. That's a meteor. I'm laughing at you, dog. I don't even know what the fucking meteor is. But boy, you sounded, that shit sounded good when you said it, bro.
Bro, what the fuck is that, man?
Yeah, that been was scorching.
Thing is their pupils, their slitted pupils. Do you know how rare that is in the animal kingdom? Lions do not have slitted pupils. They're round just like ours. Tigers don't have slitted pupils either, nor do jaguars. Now this is kind of the weird thing because I kind of thought that a domesticated house cat came from a big cat at some point down the line. But if they don't have slitted pupils like a house cat does, then what does have slitted pupils? Reptiles. Snakes and alligators have slitted pupils. Not any other cat. Now, in many cultures, ancient reptiles were considered to be kind of a trippy creature that had other abilities and senses. The other thing that's weird is that cats hiss like a snake, and they have slitted pupils like a reptile. They also love to eat mice, as do snakes. Now, we know how much the ancient Egyptians loved cats. Cats also have pineal glands. And you notice that cats will do that thing where they'll look in the corner of the room and be making a fuss about what seems to be nothing. It is believed that their eyes enable them to see outside of the visible light spectrum that me and you are bound by. Now, it's not known how a cat has half the attributes of a lion and half the attributes of a snake. But perhaps some genetic tinkering went on many, many years ago in ancient worlds and civilization.
You know, that's type crazy when you really think about it. Cats were literally worshipped during the ancient Egyptian times. You know, cats are highly spiritual and they can see things that we can't. You know, I also feel like they could read your energy or probably see your aura field around you. You know, I don't have a cat, but for some reason cats love me. Like, you know, they would rub against me and, you know, be all over me and shit. And, you know, the owners was literally shocked and asking why I act so different around me. You know, I definitely think that's a sign.
What is going on in this picture? Are they onto something?
let's get into it. On my channel, we've been delving into the Book of Enoch and how so many sectors in mythology and history point to the fact that fallen angels and giants roamed the earth before the flood of Noah, and they take many forms throughout time. The Anunnaki, the Tartarians, the Greek gods, the Epic of Gilgamesh, and the Egyptian gods. So right now, we're going to talk about pyramids. Have y'all ever wondered why there's literally pyramids in every single continent and more? And not for nothing, there's said to be a pyramid in Antarctica too, but they don't want us to know about that. Oop, pause. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. Now, speaking on just Egypt, during the time that these pyramids were made, I truly believe that fallen angels and Nephilim were walking the earth. The very first pharaoh was said to be around the time that humans and gods were mingling and walking together on earth. They were also called extraterrestrials at one point, but we all know what that means. Those are the Watchers. I don't think that there's anything that humans had at that point to be able to build such vast monuments such as the pyramids. Not to mention the fact that there's literally 2.3 million stones on the Great Pyramid of Giza, and each of them weigh from 8 to 20 tons. How would humans have done that? That's because they didn't. The Nephilim did. Now that begs the question, why are all these pyramids built around the world? Heard that archaeologists have been studying these pyramids and they find that they are rich with energy. Now remember, at that point, civilization was supposed to be extremely technologically advanced because of the heavenly knowledge that the Watchers were sharing with mortals. I've heard a theory that the fallen angels were trying to harness enough energy to create a beam to break the firmament. I haven't done enough research into it to say if this is true or false, but I find it really interesting, especially because I've also heard that the Egyptian pyramids and the Mexican pyramids all have the same altitude of a number that equals the speed of light. That just is so strange to me. Now, just imagine that all of these pyramids around the world are actually this deep under the ground. What would be the use for that? I just really can't figure it out yet, but the math is mathing in a way that I feel like we're onto something. As always, make sure you like and follow, and tell me in the comments what your thoughts are.
You know, who knows if what she's saying is true or not? What if the pyramids are that deep and we just can't see it? You know, that's probably why it can't be destroyed. Because I guarantee if these people could destroy it, they definitely would. But they can't. You know, in my opinion, I feel like the pyramids were created with the ancient technology that we had back then. So, you know, supposedly that's how the real map looks. And, you know, it shows that we're surrounded by ice and there's land out there that we have no idea about. Is this why we can't access these ice walls? Who knows what's out there? There's probably all types of species that we haven't seen. And, you know, they're just exploring while we're just in one circle thinking this is the whole world. But, you know, I'm gonna leave it at that though. Make sure you guys like and comment on the video, and most importantly, subscribe. We out, y'all. See you on the next video.